A Good Old-Fashioned Orgy is a 2011 ensemble comedy film written and directed by Alex Gregory and Peter Heike. It stars Jason Sudeikis, Leslie Bibb, Lake Bell, Michelle Borth, Nick Kroll, Tyler Labine, Lindsay Sloan, Lucy Punch, and Will Forte. An orgy. The world premiere of A Good Old-Fashioned Orgy was held at the 2011 Tribeca Film Festival in New York City on April 29, 2011. The film received a limited theatrical release in the United States on September 2, 2011. Plot: Eric is a perpetual adolescent who lives to party, holding lavish theme events with his friends using his father's large house in the Hamptons. On July 3, Eric throws a white trash bash party attended by his friends Sue, Adam, Mike, Laura, Kate, Glenn, Doug and his girlfriend Willow, Allison and her boyfriend Marcus. Eric meets Kelly at the party. The following morning, Eric's father arrives and informs him that he is selling the house. The next weekend, the group arrive back at the house and find it for sale by Dodie and Kelly. Eric and Mike decide to throw a last ultimate party at the house on Labor Day weekend. Lamenting the more liberal sex attitude of the younger generation that passed over his own, Eric suggests having an orgy. When they present the idea to their friends, they are all reluctant. But when Mike and Eric argue that afterwards everyone will be moving away from each other and that this might be their last real time altogether, Sue agrees to join. Laura joins the plan to improve her self-esteem, and is later joined by Allison after she breaks up with Marcus. Sue has feelings for Eric from high school, but Eric pursues a relationship with Kelly, to attempt to interfere with her selling the house. Doug and Willow join the orgy, hoping it will make him more confident. At Kate and Glenn's wedding, a drunken Adam reveals he has lost his job because Eric destroyed his phone at the white trash bash, and agrees to join the orgy. Glenn finds out about the orgy and informs Kate, causing the pair to fall out with the group for not including them. Eric and Mike go to an underground sex club to research orgies, and gain advice from Mike's uncle Vic. Later, during a date with Kelly, she asks Eric to meet with her friends on Labor Day, to which he reluctantly agrees. Eric admits to Mike that he is developing feelings for Kelly and is no longer sure about taking part in the orgy. The week before Labor Day, Kate and Glenn ask to join the orgy but the group refuses because the couple have a child. Kelly tells Eric that she has asked Dodie to slow the house sale down until the end of the summer. The Labor Day weekend arrives and the group prepare for the orgy. Doug decides to back out at the last minute, causing the group to descend into arguments, culminating when Allison publicly reveals Sue's feelings for Eric, and Doug accuses Mike of being Eric's pet. Glenn and Kate arrive uninvited, intending to gate-crash the orgy, but they end up having sex in their car. Eric decides to leave and go to Kelly's home, but discovers she is on a date. Eric returns to the party where the group reconcile, and the orgy finally begins. On Labor Day, Doug gives Mike a copy of his finished album, having finally found the confidence to pursue his music career. Sue gets over her feelings for Eric, Adam and Laura enter into a relationship, and Eric reconciles with Kelly. Kelly tells Eric that the house deal fell through and it will now take longer to sell. Eric begins planning a party for Memorial Day. Cast: the cast includes Jason Sudeikis as Eric Kepler. Sudeikis was confirmed to star in the film in May 2008. Leslie Bibb as Kelly, the real estate agent selling the house and object of Eric's affections. Bibb was confirmed to star in the film in May 2008. Lake Bell as Allison LaBelle, a psychologist who agrees to the orgy after breaking up with her boyfriend. Bell joined the film in June 2008. Michelle Borth as Sue Plummer, one of the friends who has feelings for Eric. Borth joined the cast in May 2008. Nick Kroll as Adam Richman, a hypochondriac workaholic. Taylor Labine as Mike McCrudden, Eric's best friend. Angela Sarafian as Willow Talbot, Doug's girlfriend, Lindsay Sloan, as Laura Lackaruba, a school teacher and Eric's shy friend, joins the orgy to confront her body image issues. Sloan was initially reluctant to take the role, stating, "I got the script and saw the title and immediately put it down." Martin Starr as Doug Duquesne, a law student and wannabe musician. Lucy Punch as Kate, Glenn's wife who wants to take part in the orgy. Will Forte as Glenn, Kate's husband who wants to take part in the orgy. Forte was confirmed to star in the film in May 2008. Lynn Shay as Dodie Henderson, Kelly's real estate co-worker and underground sex club member. Reese Coero as Marcus, Allison's German boyfriend. David Koechner as Vic George, Mike's uncle from whom Mike gets orgy advice at an underground sex club. Don Johnson as Jerry Kepler, Eric's father. Gregory and Hike cameo in the film as a pizza delivery man and a date of the character Kelly, respectively. Development. Writing a good old-fashioned orgy was long in development, with Gregory and Hike beginning writing the script as early as 1997 while they were writers on the television series, The Larry Sanders Show. The concept of the film was based upon a story told by a fellow writer concerning a party he had attended in the Hollywood Hills that ended in an impromptu orgy. Skeptical about the amount of truth to the story, believing that people would be too full of shame, fear and guilt to make a successful orgy happen, it nevertheless inspired Gregory and Hike. The pair believed that the concept would make for an interesting ensemble comedy due in part to the powerful emotions that such a sexually charged situation would entail. The characters were all based upon Gregory, Hike and their own friends. Gregory claimed that Eric and Mike are based largely on Hike, with both Sudeikis and Labine's wardrobe being based on him. Hike claimed that Adam, Glenn and Marcus were based on Gregory. Gregory and Hike brought their first draft to their current TV agent, who advised them to progress no further with the idea and abandon the project. Undaunted, the pair circulated the early draft and met with several producers to assemble a production team. With producers in place, the pair then began thinking about casting, initially setting their sights on Vince Vaughn. Vaughn ultimately did not take part in the film but worked with Gregory and Hike on reworking the script. On Vaughn's input, Gregory stated, "Casting with the new plot direction, the pair revisited the casting of the lead role, Eric." Hike eventually saw Sudeikis singing karaoke at a Saturday Night Live after party and felt he would fit the role. At the time, Sudeikis was only a writer for Saturday Night Live and it was felt that his playing the film's lead would require a leap of faith. After Gregory saw Sudeikis acting on the comedy show 30 Rock, however, he was also convinced that Sudeikis would be perfect for the role. While interviewing casting directors, Susie Farris stated her first choice for the role would also be Sudeikis, resulting in her being hired. Filming principal photography for the film commenced in May 2008 in Wilmington, North Carolina, taking place over 30 days. Wilmington was chosen due to it possessing the largest studio infrastructure on the East Coast of America and because of the native architecture that bore similarities to homes found in the Hamptons of New York City. No stages or sets were created for the production, with all filming occurring on location in actual businesses and locations using local residences. Extras. One business in particular only agreed to filming after it was agreed that the business name, Fred's Beds, appear in the racy scene involving research for the orgy at a sex club. A late-night party scene involved local extras and was filmed over 10 hours. Release. In February 2011, Samuel Goldwyn Films and Sony Pictures Worldwide Acquisitions obtained the distribution's rights to the film in the United States. Samuel Goldwyn theatrically released the film, aiming for a late summer 2011 release. SPWA also obtained the Australian and Canadian rights to release the film. The film premiered at the 2011 Tribeca Film Festival in New York City on April 29, 2011. The U.S. West Coast premiere occurred at the ArcLight Hollywood Cinema in Hollywood, California on August 25, 2011. Box office. A Good Old-Fashioned Orgy received a limited release in the United States on September 2, 2011 across 143 theaters. During its opening day, the film accrued a total of $117,564, an average of $822 per theater. The film ultimately earned $200,227 domestically and $1,178,720 internationally for a total of $1,378,947. Critical reception. A Good Old-Fashioned Orgy received mixed reviews from critics. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has a rating of 32%, based on 63 reviews, with an average rating of 4.4/10. The site's critical consensus reads, "Its titillating title promises ribald laughs, but the lazily written, indifferently acted, and only sporadically funny A Good Old-Fashioned Orgy fails to consummate." On Metacritic, the film has a score of 44 out of 100, based on 26 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. John DeFore of The Hollywood Reporter compared the film favorably to 80s summer romp romances, describing it as a solidly commercial picture. DeFore appreciated the witty banter delivered by the cast but singled out Labiner as inherently funny, and the cast's only automatic laugh-getter. DeFore, however, lamented that the film was less outrageous than expected, given the premise, and may leave audiences wanting more. DeFore was critical of the film for including women who look like models in the orgy, while only one of the men can be called handsome. John Anderson of Variety reacted positively to the film, stating, "The comic timing of this sex-saturated farce adds up to a winner in the laughs department." Echoing DeFore's sentiments that the dialogue is smart, Anderson praised the performances of Sudeikis and Labiner, giving particular mention to Labiner as funny all on his own as Eric's best friend, Mike, but he would be funny in an H&R Block commercial. Katie Caliuti of Comic Book Resources appreciated the whip-smart humor and palpable chemistry between the cast.